Welcome back to our channel, K-drama and K-pop lovers. Today's video is going to absolutely blow your mind, so make sure you stay until the end. YOONA and JUNHO rushed into marriage in early August, and now the real reason behind it has been revealed. Yes, it's true. After months of quiet rumors and subtle clues, we finally know why the wedding happened so suddenly. YOONA is pregnant, and fans all over the world are in total shock. In this video, we'll break down everything: how the secret romance turned into a surprise wedding, the emotional details behind the ceremony, and how the couple is preparing for the next chapter, parenthood. So if you love real-life K-drama twists, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to stay updated with the latest stories from the world of your favorite stars. Let's dive into the love story that just became the biggest headline of 2025. When the news broke that YOONA and Lee Junho had tied the knot in an intimate, low-key ceremony earlier this August, fans around the world were both elated and bewildered. Elated because their favorite K-pop royal couple had finally sealed the deal after months of speculation. Bewildered because the wedding came seemingly out of nowhere. There was no announcement, no teasing of an engagement, not even a whisper of preparation. Just a sudden wave of breaking headlines that the two beloved idols had exchanged vows in the presence of close family and a handful of trusted friends. Now, just days later, the real reason behind the whirlwind wedding has been confirmed, and it's left fans around the globe completely stunned. YOONA is pregnant. Yes, you read that right. What started as a quiet ceremony has turned into one of the most talked about celebrity moments of 2025. According to exclusive sources close to the couple, the decision to move the wedding forward was made when they discovered they were expecting their first child together. The two had planned to go public with their relationship later this year and hold a grand wedding next spring, but fate had other plans. They were overjoyed, a close friend revealed. They didn't see it as an accident. They saw it as a blessing, the kind of miracle that only comes when you least expect it but need it most. The ceremony took place in a private villa on Jeju Island, surrounded by blooming hydrangeas and the warm hush of ocean waves. The guest list was deliberately small, just family, their longtime managers, and a few childhood friends who had known them before the fame. No paparazzi, no press, no glam squad. Just love. Real, raw, emotional love. Those who were lucky enough to attend described the atmosphere as ethereal. YOONA, in a flowing ivory dress that barely hinted at her growing baby bump, walked down an aisle lined with white petals. JUNHO waited at the end, tears already forming in his eyes. A soft instrumental version of Love Maybe, a song that once fueled dating rumors between them, played in the background. And when they exchanged vows, there wasn't a dry eye in sight. One guest shared, "You could tell this wasn't just a celebrity wedding. This was two people, two souls, who had gone through the storms of fame and finally found peace in each other." What followed was an intimate reception filled with laughter, music, and heartfelt toasts. JUNHO reportedly couldn't stop smiling the entire evening, gently keeping one hand on YOONA's back as if silently promising to protect both her and their future child forever. After the wedding, the couple released a joint statement through their respective agencies. "We are thrilled to announce that we have entered a new chapter of our lives together. With gratitude and love in our hearts, we begin this journey as husband and wife, and soon as parents. We thank you for your support and understanding as we embrace this precious moment in our lives." The announcement was met with an outpouring of emotion from fans across the globe. Social media platforms were instantly flooded with congratulatory messages, artwork, videos, and heartfelt comments from fans who had followed their journey since the early days of their careers. Hashtags like YOONA JUNHO baby, K-pop royal wedding, and YOONA pregnant trended worldwide for hours. Many longtime supporters reflected on how much the two had grown, not just as idols and actors, but as people. YOONA, once known as the radiant center of Girls' Generation, had blossomed into a respected actress and humanitarian. Junho, the multi-talented 2PM member turned drama star, had earned praise for his emotional depth and sincerity on and off the screen. Together, they had matured in front of the world's eyes, and now they were stepping into perhaps their most profound roles yet: husband and wife, and soon, mother and father. But not everyone was surprised. Eagle-eyed fans had been suspicious for weeks. YOONA had noticeably toned down her schedule in recent months, opting out from certain appearances and declining a major drama role that was expected to shoot this summer. Meanwhile, Junho had been spotted visiting a well-known women's clinic in Seoul, sparking a frenzy of speculation that was quickly shut down by their agencies at the time. Now it all makes sense. And yet the couple has handled the attention with the same grace they've always been known for. There have been no over-the-top social media posts, no monetized content, no dramatic interviews, just quiet confirmation, a heartfelt message, and the trust that their fans would understand. And they did. Across Korea, cafes and fan clubs held spontaneous congratulations events. Posters, cupcakes, and photo cards were printed overnight. Messages from fellow idols and actors poured in. Taeyeon, Yoona's Girls' Generation sister, shared a tearful video saying, "You've always had the biggest heart. Now someone gets to live inside it." Junho's bandmate Nikon posted a simple photo of baby shoes and the words, "Uncle is ready." And even industry veterans like Bae Suzy and Lee Sang-gi reportedly reached out privately with warm wishes. And fans, they weren't just happy, they were proud. Proud that their idols had chosen love, chosen honesty, chosen each other. And yet, amid the celebration, there's still an air of awe, because what YOONA and JUNHO have done isn't easy. In a world where celebrity relationships are often hidden, denied, or destroyed by public pressure, they stood up and embraced their truth, not with noise, not with spectacle, but with sincerity. They're not just role models on screen anymore, they're role models in life. As the couple settles into this new chapter, fans eagerly await news about the baby, when it's due, whether it's a boy or girl, and what name they might choose. But sources close to them say they're in no rush to share everything. They want to enjoy this time quietly, one insider shared. They've given the world so much. Now they just want to hold on to this joy for themselves a little longer. And maybe that's the most beautiful part of it all, that even with the world watching, YOONA and JUNHO have managed to carve out something real, something sacred, something entirely their own. So here's to their love story, a story that surprised us, moved us, and reminded us that even in the high-stakes world of fame and fandom, genuine love still blooms, unexpectedly, boldly, beautifully. And as fans hold their breath for the next chapter, one thing is certain: this isn't the end of a K-drama, it's the beginning of something far more magical, because this time, it's not scripted. It's real. And as the world continues to buzz with the news, there's a unique kind of silence that surrounds the couple. Not from absence, but from intention. YOONA and JUNHO have quietly stepped away from the noise, choosing instead to bask in the intimacy of this once-in-a-lifetime moment, the beginning of their new life together and the precious months leading up to the arrival of their first child. The media, usually relentless in chasing stories like this, has surprisingly taken a respectful step back, not out of obligation, but perhaps because even they know this is different. This isn't scandal. This isn't drama. It's something rare, a genuine love story unfolding in real time, and the world is privileged just to witness it. Behind the scenes, close friends have hinted that the couple is staying at a countryside estate owned by a longtime friend of Junho's family, far from the spotlight. A small, serene home surrounded by nature where they've been reportedly spending their days cooking, painting, writing letters to their unborn child, and enjoying the kind of peace that their fame has seldom allowed. One friend shared, "YOONA told me she wakes up every morning feeling like the world is finally quiet enough for her to breathe. She said this is the happiest she's been in her entire life, not because of the wedding, not because of the headlines, but because of the baby growing inside her and the man who sings to her belly every night before they sleep.